Hello friends and fans, this is ThomasZoey3000 here, and I'm back with another unboxing and review video. And as you can see before you, I have some Thomas & Friends wood trains. Or vehicles, as in the case of Harold the helicopter here. Yeah, I'm going to be unboxing pretty much every single engine that I got during my Brampton trip. About 2 months ago. Yeah, it's been 2 months, and these things have just been sitting in the packaging, just practically screaming, "Get us out! Get us out!" Well, not really, but, you know what? It feels like that. It really does feel like that. So, without further ado, let's just get these things out of the boxes. We'll start with probably the most controversial engine in the range so far. It's James. The reason being, that face. That face. Wow. I guess I can get used to the face. I guess. It's not the best face in the world, but still. At least we got James. And I know that next year we got Edward, Henry, and Toby coming out. Really looking forward to those models. Yeah. They're going to make great additions into the collection. And as you can see up there, there's James's CGI promo picture. And before you guys ask, yes, these are all duplicates. They're all duplicates. Any models I picked up that were not duplicates, they've already been put up on the shelves. And, little hint, watch out for December 25th, because that is when you'll finally get to see the video you've all been waiting for. Yeah. For now, though, let's get James out of his box. Here we go. There we go. There goes the box. And here's James. Wow. Wow, just that face. Wow. Does that look like James to you? Well, I guess it is James, in a way. As you can tell, too, he's got a black buffer beam this time. So, that's a little different. But then again, he is primarily a red engine, so that is bound to happen. When we look to the sides here, we can see some nicely painted details, like his wheel arches, his firebox, the boiler with lighting up there. Blank back end, but that's alright. Very nice details on the back, although it does look a little crooked on my model. Maybe it's just me, I don't know. He's got a whistle on the top, which is good, and plus a dome. He does have the correct black wheels, and his name at the bottom. James. I can't tell if it's got that red lining around the letters. Not 100% sure. And now here's James's tender. I've gotten used to the Thomas & Friends wood tenders. They're okay. Plus, I love the nostalgia factor of the coal here. Just reminds me so much of the Thomas & Friends wooden railway models back in the 1990s. James's tender. And here he is, James the Red Engine from Thomas & Friends wood. A nice addition to have for sure. Though, like I said, it's going to take me a little while to get used to that face. Alright, James. Why don't you go get yourself washed up while I unbox another engine. Thank you. And here's our next engine. Spencer. The Duke and Duchess's private engine. An A4 class Pacific, I should point out. And I really shouldn't be saying this, but I'm going to say it anyways. I've actually ordered another A4. But which one? I'm not going to say. You guys will have to wait and see to find out. So yeah, here's Spencer fully painted. He does look pretty good, I will admit. Again, the face is something I got to get used to. Still looks pretty good. And there's Spencer's CGI promo right up there. Complete view of Spencer in the box. And now, let's get him out. That was easy. Alright. So we'll have a good look at Spencer first. Spencer. And he's got a very nice shiny paint job on him, much like Merlin does. Looks really nice. There's his nameplate, his cab, and all the painted stripes on him, as well as the handrails. Really nice. Look at the bottom here. Spencer. Put Spencer here, and here's his tender. Like the coal load, and his name's on the bottom. Spencer's tender. You can tell which end is the front and which one's the back end because of those handrails. Not like, say, James here. Can't tell which end is which. But Spencer, yeah, you can tell. You can tell. Still, Spencer does look pretty darn good, and yeah, I'm just happy to have him in my collection. And also to have him in the museum, because he was an engine I thought I had picked up in Sudbury, but turns out I didn't get him. Well, at least I got him in Markham. Yeah. And by the way, that is where I got all of my Thomas & Friends wood models that are in this video. From the Markham Toys R Us in the Markville Mall. Well, I guess it's technically in Markville, but close enough. Oh yeah. Great store, by the way. Alright, Spencer. You can join James over here. Well, I get your cousin out. Gordon the Big Engine. And fully painted, too. Now, Gordon does have a very nice face, I will admit that. And he does have a red buffer beam. And that's what he looks like in the box, and there's his CGI promo. He does look pretty good in CGI, though I do miss the old lines above his eyes there, you know, especially when he was cross. That added a lot of detail to Gordon. But, you know, I gotten used to the CGI Gordon over time. And now it's time to get used to the wood Gordon, because he's coming out of the box right now. If I can get him out of the box, that is. Come on. I don't want this turning into a big hassle today. It's not like I'm in a hurry or anything. I'm just really excited to get my trains out at last. So here's Gordon the Big Engine. A very nice CGI face. And he's got his red buffer beams with the oval buffers. So that's a nice touch. I've seen several versions of Gordon in the past that just give him round buffers. That's incorrect. The oval buffers are correct. Wow. Gordon's got a lot of details on his side. I mean, there's his cylinder. There's his wheel arches, or wheel splashers, if you want to call them that. He's got his handrails up here. He's got painted stripes, cab windows. Wow. Just wow. And, of course, he's got his dome on the top. And if you look to the cab roof, it's not all solid black, which is basically correct for Gordon. Gordon. And again, like James, it's kind of hard to tell which end is which for Gordon, for this tender. Number 4 looks nice. It's coal load. It's only when we look to the bottom, we see that it says Gordon's tender, and we know this is the front, that's the back. Yeah, Gordon. The big express engine. Though he doesn't have an express to pull. There is such a thing as an express coach in the Thomas & Friends wood range. But I'm not too thrilled with that one because, you know, it's kind of cut open for one passenger. One. Don't worry, I'll make some custom coaches in the future. So, yeah, you will be seeing this Gordon pull some express coaches in the not too distant future. In the meantime, he'll go off to the side here, join Spencer and James, and I'll bring over yet another tender engine. Yong Bao of China. So we got another international engine. And there's his CGI promo right there. He does look pretty good. And I like the episodes he's in. He's a really good character. That's what he looks like from the front, side, back. He does have an unpainted version out there, though I don't think I have the unpainted version. No, I don't. I definitely do not. I only have the painted versions of Yong Bao, which is fine, you know, because, hey, the painted versions look great. But he'll look even better once he's out of the box, so let's get him out. There we go. Another empty box thrown to the side, and here's Yong Bao. Look at that face. It looks very similar to Hero. I think they pretty much used Hero's body for Yong Bao. I'm not going to get the model and just do a comparison, but, you know, maybe one day, if I do a show and tell of the wood trains, I might just do that. But yeah, Yong Bao looks good from the front, and he's got a green buffer beam this time instead of the red buffer beam, mainly because he is red. Look to the sides here, he's got his striping, his cylinders, and extra details along the bottom end. I'm not entirely familiar with all the names of details on the side of Yong Bao, or any Chinese steam locomotives, so yeah, I'm not going to butcher this by making up names for them. As you can tell, he's got a nice handrail there, his windows, his cab. And here's the top view with even more nicely painted details. Though strangely enough, his smoke box is painted in red. I'm not sure. Oh yeah, it is red because of the dragon. Well, there's supposed to be a dragon up there, but oh well, that's okay. Yong Bao still looks great. And at least we got him in some wooden form capacity, rather than no Yong Bao at all. And here's his tender. Like Spencer, you can tell which end's the front and which end's the back. He's got a nice picture of a tiger there, I guess? Yeah, it's a tiger. Again, it's not a good idea to really do videos after you just wake up in the morning. Nope. And that's exactly what I'm doing right now. I've been putting this off for too long, so that's why I'm doing it now. Alright, a couple Yong Bao back up to his tender. And there he is. And hopefully, in 2020, we'll get Hung Mei into the Thomas & Friends wood range. Then, who knows, I may be able to do some remakes of some Season 22, or even better, Season 23 episodes. Who knows? But until that time, it's good to have Yong Bao in my collection at last. He's one engine I wish I had got duplicates of from Dale with Thomas, but oh well, better late than never, right? Yeah. Alright, Yong Bao, you can join the other tender engines. And let's go with Harold here. Actually, we'll save Harold for afterwards, because the next engine basically goes well with Yong Bao. It's Thomas, along with the Chinese dragon. Yeah, do you see what I did there? Yong Bao is from China, and this is Thomas with the Chinese dragon. So they really go well together. So this is really my third Thomas into my loose Thomas & Friends wood collection. I don't mind because, you know, Thomas is a really likable engine. Yeah. Anyways, you can see here we got Thomas along with the dragon and a flatbed. And I like the fact that these cars are now made out of wood instead of the traditional plastic that the original wooden railways had. They were okay, but you know what? It's time for a change. And you know what? The wood flatbeds, they work really nicely. At least I hope they will. Here's Thomas from the front. Looks like a generic Thomas. The sides, back. And now let's get Thomas and the dragon out of the box. Alright, we'll start off with Thomas here. From the front, he does look like a generic Thomas, like the Dale with Thomas. Until you get to the sides here, and you see the Chinese lanterns all around him. And he's got some detail on his roof. A very nice addition, I will admit that. And it says, New Year Thomas. Well, he'll be New Year's in a few weeks. Because not next week, but the week after is Christmas, and then New Year's isn't too far away. Gosh, where's the time gone? Who knows? Anyway, let's have a look at the flatbed here. Yeah, it's got a very nice smooth finish, I will admit that. Nicely painted details on the side. Dragon cargo car. But we're missing the dragon. Here it is. And it is made from plastic. Oh, okay. Yeah, that looks really cool. Thomas, come back. It's just a paper dragon. Does look pretty good standing up, though. For this video, I'm just gonna have him lying down. There we go. So yeah, Thomas and the Chinese Dragon. I actually first spotted the 2-pack back in Sudbury, and I did pick up one for the museum. I didn't buy 2, mainly because, well, I had already got 3 other duplicates, so I wasn't exactly eager to buy any more at the time. You know, had to save up at the time. But hey, when I was in Markham, I figured, okay, now's as good a time as ever to buy this pack, and I'm happy I did. So now I have 3 Thomases in my loose collection so far. Alright, Thomas, you can join Yong Bao off to the side here, and we'll finally get Harold the helicopter out of his box. It's my first new Harold in a long time, I can tell you that much. I can't remember when was the last time I got a new Harold. Except for, you know, maybe the Bachman version, but that was over a decade ago. So, yeah, it's been quite a long time. Anyway, there's Harold's CGI promo right there, and this is the model. And at least it shows that he is primarily made out of wood, which is a good sign, I guess. But it's better to have a proper opinion of Harold once I finally get him out of the box. So, here we go. Not exactly an easy unboxing, is it? And honestly, when I went to Markham's Toys R Us, that was the first time I ever saw wood Harold. Wow. The blades really spin nicely. Watch this. Wow. Alright, so here's Harold's CGI face. And he's got windows at the front, which is always nice. Very nicely painted details on the side. And yes, Harold does have an unpainted version out there, though I've never seen it. So, yeah, it's not likely I'm ever going to find it. He's got a set of numbers and letters down there. Oh well, it's not like we're actually going to be looking back there, especially during the remakes next year. It doesn't have the Sodor Search and Rescue logo on him, but that's alright. Oh, he's even got a magnet on the bottom. You know what, for interest's sake, let's try it with, let's say, Thomas here. Oh, son of a gun. Harold can actually lift. That is really interesting. Probably best used for the cargo cars and their loads. Still, Harold the helicopter. He looks really good in Thomas & Friends wood format, and I'm personally glad to have him in my collection. And if you don't already have this Harold, I definitely recommend picking it up. Yeah. Alright, moving away from Harold, we do have 2 more models to look at, especially this one. Another 2-pack that I really love. The Birthday Thomas 2-pack. The latest incarnation of the Birthday Thomas trains from the Wooden Railway, or in this case, the Wood Range. Which also has a musical car. Sounds really good, doesn't it? As you can see here, it has a nice picture of Thomas with the birthday car. I don't think the cake is removable, but we'll find out when we get it out of the box. Really nice. And by the looks of it, we got a set of instructions at the bottom. We'll have a look at those once we get them out of the box. Oops. Sorry, guys. Oh, okay, so the cake is removable. I just saw that. Alright, we'll just get these out of the way briefly, and we'll have a look at the paperwork here. First time I'm getting paperwork with a wood train. Now, that doesn't look like anything important. Okay. Okay, I guess these are the instructions for the cake. Okay. Yeah, they are instructions. Oh, that's a lot of words. I'm sure I'll figure it out. Alright, so let's have our first good look at Thomas. Generic looking from the front, but from the side you can really tell he's a birthday engine. Which is great and all, because, hey, what little kid wouldn't love having a birthday-themed Thomas on their birthday? And mine, by the way, is over a month away. Yeah. What I do for that day? I don't know yet. I'm still thinking about it. As you can tell, he's covered in confetti, streamers, and balloons. The bottom it says, Birthday Thomas. Really nice. And we get another nice little wood cargo car with streamers on the side. But you can also see the wood paneling effect on the side too. Which looks really nice. The green wheels are a little odd, but oh well. Still looks good. Cake cargo car. And here's the cake itself. Quite an interesting piece, I will admit. It's got a big number 1 on there. And it fits into the cargo car nicely. And because I know you guys are going to ask, here's the song again. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. So yes, the Birthday Thomas 2-pack. A nice addition to have in my collection. I don't know if I'll use him in a remake or anything. Or maybe an original story, but who knows? You might see this Thomas in the future. Maybe. Who knows? Oh yeah, I'll have Thomas sit right next to Harold. Harold's surrounded by Thomases. And we'll move on to our last addition in this video. Rosie's Prize Pony Pack. It's basically got Rosie, a nice cargo car, the pony, and a few other accessories, which we'll have a nice look at once it's out of the box. As you can see here, we got Thomas in his CGI promo, sitting on wood tracks. Real wood. Well, that's good. Here are the contents inside. And here's the back of the box. It's really nice, doesn't it? Shame doesn't come with any track, but that's okay. And now, ladies and gentlemen, after a couple of months, let's finally get Rosie out of the box. Once I deal with the tape here. Ah, yes. Forgot all about the tape. Lucky for me, I still have my trusty scissors nearby, and I should be doing this on camera, so you guys are seeing this. Be very, very, very careful with this. Alright, so let's finally get her out, shall we? Alright, move this piece of plastic out of the way. And let's get the accessory pieces out first. We'll start off with an apple crate. It's got a bit of a rough texture to it, but still feels good. And actually, let's see if Harold can pick it up. Son of a gun. You can lift it. How nice. Though we still need it right now, Harold, so no lifting, please. Alright. So now we'll get the barriers up, made for the pony to jump over. Two very different designs, which is always nice. Yeah, looks really nice. And of course, we can't forget the pony in here. It's not like the ponies that are right underneath the plastic here. A little different. Is that a pony or a cow? I'm not 100% sure. Nope, I think it's a pony. It's primarily made out of plastic. Actually, it's all plastic. But, you know what? That's alright. It's alright. And now, for our cargo car. The Sodor County Fair. It's very different from the other wood cars that we got. It's even got some details on the side, and I think this might open. I'm not 100% sure. Oh, it does open. Okay. Really cool. Alright. And it says Country Fair Animal Car. For interest's sake, I'll put the pony in there. But of course, we can't forget our engine in here. We have Rosie in her cherry red livery. Looks like a generic Rosie from the front. Once you get to the side, you see some streamers and a blue #1 ribbon on her. It's really nice. Prize Pony Rosie. And for interest's sake, I'm going to have her couple up to the car. Oh yeah, Rosie's Prize Pony Pack. A nice little addition to have. And it's nice to actually have some accessories for the Thomas & Friends wood range. It's really cool. Really cool. And now, I'm going to bring all the engines and vehicles back into shot here. So we got Rosie there, we got Birthday Thomas, Harold, Thomas and the Chinese Dragon, Yong Bao, Gordon, Spencer, and James. See if I can get a good shot of all of them. There we go. I think, yeah. Alright. So, honestly, what do I think of all these pieces from the Thomas & Friends wood range? Well, they truly are nice pieces to have, and I'm glad that I got some more trains to add to my ever-growing Thomas & Friends wood collection. And whether you're a fan of Thomas & Friends wood or not, I do recommend them regardless. If you want to give the range a chance like I have, then go for it. Yeah, just go for it. Because trust me, you won't be disappointed on a few of these items. Though I will say again, with James and Spencer, it will take you a while to get used to those faces. But hey, at least with this range, you get a cherry red Rosie and Yong Bao. Seriously, that's something we were missing from the old Thomas & Friends wooden railway. I'm glad they made it into the wood range. So yeah, I definitely recommend them. And if you can find them, be sure to pick them up if you don't have them already. And that's going to conclude this video for now. I got to get on to uploading it. So, until next time, YouTubers, I am ThomasZoey3000. Thank you so much for watching, and I'm signing off.